How's everything been moving on your end?
Going good, going good, going good. Got the clients getting the results. That's the most important thing. People are doing well. Got the systems in place to make sure people are doing what they need to do.
Nice, dude. Nice. I see you got the flow rocking. I love it.
I know a little different than the buzz cut I had, so letting it grow out.
Love it, bro. Love it. Love it. Awesome. Well, dude, we can jump in. For everyone watching, I wanted to bring Riley on to share his story. It's super inspirational. He just hit over $22,000 last month, and he's crushing it with his fitness business. So hopefully for coaches watching, this does inspire them and just gives them that motivation. So let's dive in, man. Like first, let's give the audience a bit of a backstory of who Riley is. Like, how old are you? You're crushing it at a young age, which is awesome. It shows like what is really possible for anybody out there. So how old are you? Where are you from? And how long have you been coaching? Let's start there.
Yeah, so I just turned 21. I'm from Wheeling, West Virginia. I'm a college student still. I'm an exercise science student, so I'm getting my degree in fitness. And I've been coaching in full time, probably honestly just at the start of this year. I really was like, nope, this is what I'm doing full time with like general population fitness online coaching. About 8 months at this point.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Dude, that's just super inspirational for anyone watching, like 21 years old in school still. And I know with your major too, like that's no joke. It takes effort. And just 8 months in, and he's just already crushing it. So hopefully people just get inspiration from that alone. And so before you and I worked together, like you were a bit stuck. There's obviously a lot that goes into online fitness coaching. There's so many different directions. A lot of coaches get overwhelmed. So what was the biggest struggle for you personally, like with your own online fitness business?
I would say definitely getting overwhelmed, right? Like it's really easy to see all the different things you can do and get overwhelmed. Like, oh, I have to do this. I need a website. I need all this stuff, and you have like a million different things you could do. But it's like, what are the couple of things I know? I just like, hey, do these, and things will be all right. And I think that's like for me, just understanding like the couple of things you can just do these, and like people are going to want to sign up with you. And then also when they sign up, like, what are the couple of things you can do for the client, and like they'll get great results every single time.
Yeah, man, for sure. Because there's a lot that goes into it in terms of like leads, content, delivering, the program. And I'm curious for you, like, what department of the business, whether it was content or lead generation or sales or program delivery, what was kind of the biggest struggle for you?
So I would say that the biggest struggle was not necessarily anything that has to do with like skill set. Like I can talk to people really
Yep.
well. Like I played D1 football, Mercer, so like I was team captain in high school.
Yep.
So I'm pretty good at talking to people.
Nice.
But when it comes to actually, mentally just like focusing, that's like you can
Mhm.
do a podcast, you can do this, that, and the other. But like the real thing you need that was for me is like, hey, I just need to get people interested in talk to people who are struggling to lose weight and talk to
Mhm.
those people and have conversations with those people both in the DMs and on calls like this
Yep.
to see if I can help them. And they're going to either say yes or they're going to say no. And that doesn't matter. You just want to have as many conversations as you can. And hopefully, more of those turn out as yeses than nos.
For sure, brother, 100%. And so when you were a bit stuck in that rut with like kind of having, trying to figure out what to do, not having the right systems, I'm curious, like how was that negatively impacting you, your business, and just general, like your life?
Yeah, so it's obviously hard when you especially when you're working hard, because a lot of people don't work hard. So when you're actually
Mhm.
working hard,
Mhm.
you're like doing more than people you see online. There's complete idiots online that are making more money than you, more successful than you.
Yeah.
You're working harder than these people, and you're probably better than these people,
Yeah.
but you're not. Like they're outperforming you. So
Mhm.
that's like it's like is what's I think sometimes hard for a lot of people who actually are hard workers is
Mhm.
you're not getting results from doing all this shit that you're doing, and
Mhm.
that's why it's hard to like, what do I actually need to do?
Dude, 100%. I was like in that position as well where like we're working hard, but we're not seeing like the fruits from our labor because we're just like not really doing the right things. So I totally resonate. And I think a lot of coaches listening can resonate as well. Like they're posting content, they obviously care a lot about fitness and they're passionate about it, but they just don't have the right systems in place to actually scale and start hitting the $5, $10, $20,000 per month. And so totally get that. And like, you know, you were a bit struggling and then you and I met, and I'm curious, when you and I first met, like, dude, there's so many coaches out there, business coaches, and just straight up like scams. So, you know, I'm curious for you, what was your initial hesitation in deciding to work with me specifically?
Yeah, so hesitation was I never really signed up with like somebody as like a one-on-one. I kind of had, but it was a complete scam, right? Like
Mm.
I had lost like 3 grand
Oh my
for
God,
somebody who
dude.
was like, I'm gonna help you. It was 3 grand for just a website. I never got the website. It was like I
No
paying like
way.
I was paying like $100 a month. It was craziness, right? And that was
Wow.
like my only experience with coaching. I was like, this
Mm.
is bullshit. But like I like to come from the mentality of like even if
Yeah.
I had the worst teacher in the world, like I'm gonna get an A. So like
Mm.
if there's somebody that obviously has the raw tools you need to succeed, if they have proof of concept and like they've actually done what they're saying they're gonna help you with,
Yeah.
right? Then even if they're a shit coach,
Yeah.
which I'm not saying you are, but like you should be able to be the person to be able to get the results. So for me, I'm like, no matter, even if it's not what I want, this person has the information I need. And if you can get the results that you need for this person, regardless of, you know, whatever is the deliverables or whatever is like, you know, I mean, you've done it.
Mhm.
That's the most important thing. Right? You can
Exactly.
be a great guy or whatever, but if you're trying to get a result, you know,
Yeah.
the coach you're going to work with like needs to have gotten that
Mm.
freaking result.
Got you. Yeah, that makes sense for sure. It's like walking the walk, especially as fitness coaches, is like we have to be the ones being in shape, and then the clients will kind of follow along with us.
Yeah.
And no, I just respect too, because I know a lot of coaches listening and watching right now can resonate with they've probably been burned in the past. And the thing is, like, we don't want like just a bad experience, even a couple bad experiences, to ruin that next possible good experience. So the fact that you kind of just put the ego down, you're like, all right, you know, I had a bad experience, I got burned, but let me look for more opportunities. I just respect that, because I think that holds a lot of people back. And that's what bothers me about the industry too, is like there's just business coaches that just don't freaking care about their clients. And so a lot of coaches got burned, but I just respect you for just being like, all right, I'm just going to take another step. I'm going to keep investing in my knowledge. So I love that 100%. And now, dude, you mentioned your work ethic before, like you worked hard, and then we started working together. We had the right process. So let's start talking about, I know we said earlier, like you had the big month last month, over $22,000, which is great. Like, tell us more about the results that you've been able to accomplish with your fitness business.
Yeah. So are you talking about in terms of like client results?
Like let's talk more about like business results, like income wise, but also just client number, like the volume of clients you're getting, and also just like clarity, you know?
Yeah. So one of the biggest things that led me to get a nice 22.5K month
Yeah.
was increasing my prices, but getting paid in fulls, right?
Mm.
So there can be a paid in full, because before that, I probably would have hit a 10K month,
Yeah.
but the way I was structuring my payments was, you know, you're doing a monthly clients and then they fall off and, you know, their dog gets
Yeah.
whatever, you know, their
Yeah.
dog gets sick and all of a sudden now their health doesn't matter. So yeah. So and
Yeah.
they got to cancel, or then they go shoot, like any reason under the
Yeah.
sun to not do the work.
Right.
Right. So being a little bit more strict on the front end, right,
Mm.
which also is going to be qualifying prospects a little bit better. Like, hey, if this person's not going to pay me, you know, in full, or they're not going to have a good credit score enough to finance it so I can get paid in full, right?
Mm.
Then I'm probably not going to take that call, right? I'm not
Mm.
going to waste my time with low quality prospects. And my messaging needs to speak to somebody who's going to be able to invest, right? It's like you
Mhm.
don't want to speak to people who aren't going to invest. You're not going to advertise to college kids or high schoolers, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
advertise to people who want to invest in themselves, and it's usually going to be family guys. So yeah, from business results wise, yeah, it's going to come from, you need to get more money up front, because it allows you to actually do the thing you want to do, which is coach people, not deal with
Mm.
business stuff, right? Because if
Mhm.
you want to actually provide a good service, you need to get paid in full, because then you don't going to have to, you know, not make a program hard or make a program challenging or effective for somebody because you just want their money. So it's like you owe it to your clients to pay them in full because they're committed, you're committed, and you can focus on fitness. They get better results and you get better clients because you're charging higher prices. So yeah, combination of higher prices and pay in fulls.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, makes sense, 100%. And I agree, right? I think there's some people that might be listening that want to like stack up their recurring, which is okay. But also I think fitting in some paid in fulls in there is important because you get that cash injection where you could just like breathe and be like, wow, like, okay, you know, I just got like 3 to 5K, like, you know, this is good. Just a big cash injection for you and kind of relieve some stress. And also you get, in my opinion, and you could probably agree, like the most committed clients. If someone's going to pay you 3 to 5K up front, like those are the best clients, in my opinion. They're always showing up. They're committed because they have a lot of skin in the game. So I 100% agree with that. And when you and I first started, it was like you were kind of just at like ground zero. And so how many clients have you got so far? How many like you working with right now? Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, so I have about 22 right now. There's
So
some that are
cool.
like on and off, like injuries and stuff or
Mhm,
whatever.
mhm.
But yeah, about 22 people right now. Trying to add, you know, a client or two at least every week would be
Yep.
awesome right now to keep it that business, you know, growth phase.
Mhm,
Yeah, and then I think, you know, just trying to keep the re-signs going if possible.
mhm.
Yeah, so about 22 clients right now.
Nice, dude. That's awesome to hear, man, because it's like it's really about that impact. We plugged in the right systems and
Yeah.
now you're helping more people. And then even those people, they're changing lives around them, like their family, their friends, they're inspiring people. So it's just like that domino effect that online fitness coaching can have. It's amazing.
Completely.
So yeah, bro, like hitting the higher months, changing lives. And now I'm curious too, because like I always think like outside of the business as well, outside of business for you, just having the financial freedom, but also the impact you're having. Like, what are some of the biggest changes you've seen outside of business in your life?
I would definitely say like the confidence to know that like I can do this full
Yeah.
time, right? Because I think at the start of the year, I'm like, oh, I want to do maybe med school or I need to do this because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everyone around you, like especially
Mm-hmm.
parents are like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you should not, you need, oh, what are you going to do? Go do med school. I literally was the craziest thing is the month before
Mm-hmm.
I hit my 22K month, my parents told me I should go get a job at like the gas station down the road.
Oh my God, dude.
And the
That is
next month,
crazy.
I made more, almost as much as my dad did as a doctor, right? And it was like, so that's something cool. I think like you know, some people, it's you get your motivation different places, but
Yeah.
a lot of my motivation is from wanting to prove freaking people wrong. Like some of my
Mhm,
biggest haters are people sometimes like, or
mhm.
sometimes the people closest to us, and they want us to see us successful, but when
Yeah.
there is no signs of success, it's hard. So for me,
Mhm.
I think now, I mean, I don't even know if I can see, but you know, I was able to go and, you know, get my own place. I don't know if you can see.
Sweet, dude.
So I got my own place now, and that's so great for me because I'm like, wow, like I know at this rate, like this is what I'm going to do full time after
Yeah.
school. This is what I'm doing full
Nice.
time. I have my own place, like, and you just got to keep grinding, and you can literally help people with their fitness online and be your own boss. And it's it's mentally like
Yeah.
just the peace of mind knowing like, wow, this is going to work.
That's so cool, man. Good for you. Yeah, and it's like I didn't know you got your own place either. Like that's awesome. Just kind of having that mental space, your own place. I think that's
Exactly.
big, 100%. I totally get that. And dude, that's crazy. It's like because
Yeah, you
I
can
kind
say
of what's
high
that?
rise, high rise.
Oh, hey, love it, bro. Let's go.
Yeah,
Good for
so
you. A lot of room
balling.
in there, dude.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And yeah, no, like I think a lot of people in the audience too can resonate with there's people close to them that just don't understand how online fitness really works. And it just takes 1 month. It takes one call to really change everything. And a lot of people just don't understand that. So just like you said, using that fuel from your parents, from like, you know, your inner circle and like that doubt to really push you. And I'm curious, man, did you show and tell your parents how much you made? Like, how did that, I'm curious, like, how did that conversation kind of go when they found out you made $22,000?
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, again, it's just like, oh, that next month needs to be just as good. So it's like,
Mm,
coming from my dad, who is like a physician, like he is, pretty successful.
yeah.
It's always like, well, it's like, and here's the thing, like that is big too. Well, a lot of times, all people are always looking for support. They're like, oh, I need support. I want
Yeah.
everybody supports me, but it's like you can't expect somebody to support, because here's the thing: like by the time they start supporting, you don't even need it, because they're going to support when you actually get the result. And by the time you get the result, you don't need their support anymore, because you got the
Mm-hmm.
result. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that conversation was good for I guess, for the validation of it. But
Yeah.
the funny thing about it is you want their support the whole time, and then you're like, I don't need their support, and then they
Mm.
support when you get the result. So
I hear you, bro. No, for sure, for sure. And no, that's great, man. It's great. It's like, and you never know too. Like maybe if you didn't have that extra motivation, like who knows? Maybe you wouldn't have had that 22K month. I mean, you were still working hard no matter what, but it's like that extra fuel on the fire for you. Because I kind of had a similar situation when I started like online fitness coaching. People around me were just really questioning it, and I just used it as fuel. So respect to you, man, in your own place too. Love it. Let's go.
yeah.
So, like, listen, everyone listening and watching, like, it is possible to really grow your online fitness business. You hear numbers like 10K, 20K per month, over 20K, and you're like, how are these coaches doing it? If you have the right systems, if you have the right work ethic, the right process, it's 100% doable. And so, Riley, for anyone listening to this, thinking about going like all in on their coaching business and just trying to move the needle forward, what would you say to them?
I would probably say, like, you have to just make things really simple. Like,
Mhm.
to a certain extent, like the first thing I would say is you got to be able to like just like actually do like a really good job. So like if you can do a really good job for people, which a lot of times trainers can, right? Like you're
Yeah.
really good at training. Like, do a good job for people, and just don't you just be honest, like be truthful, and you got to be real with people, because if you can be real with people in sales, that's what it is. Like you got to just come from a place of like actually trying to help people. And if you can come from that place, then you can go harder, right? You can
Mhm.
sell harder, you can market harder, because you believe, right? It's like
Mhm.
the disciples of Jesus Christ, they
Mhm.
died. They're the best, some of
Yeah.
the best salesmen on earth, right? They
Yeah.
freaking died because they actually believed in their cause, and what they're some of the best marketers on earth because we all know about it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you actually believe, you can go to the end of the earth to do it, and people, I think, will see that, and it also will show up inside your clients, like because when they do pay that premium price, those are the people that are going to actually get great results because they're committed.
Yeah, 100%. No, I love that, especially how you bring up the disciples. Like, it's so true. It's like
Yeah.
the testimonies, right? And it's like, how hard are coaches listening, like willing to go to actually create that impact for their own business, sure, but changing lives, and then for their own freedom, financial freedom, time freedom. And a lot of people listening, like, have families that they want to provide for, and they might not have the right process, or they're just not putting in the effort. And so, like, this is your wake up call to just go all in, because like, look at Riley, 21, in school still, with one of the hardest majors. Like, I had almost like a similar major, not as that hard. I was doing like health science, and that's like the Walmart version of like what you're doing. And even mine, I thought, was pretty challenging. So it just goes to show, like, it is possible no matter your situation. You just got to show up and put in the work. So Riley, appreciate you, brother. Listen, any final thoughts? I want to say thank you, first of all, for this
Of course.
inspiration and just being on here and like sharing your story. Any final thoughts that you have to end this?
Yeah, I guess I would tell people, like, hey, somebody is gonna, whatever your goals are, whatever the goals that you do have for your business, is somebody is going to achieve those goals. So whether
Mm,
it's you or somebody else, somebody's going to hit that goal, right? It's like there's going to probably be somebody that's got way more excuses than you, or they're not as talented, or they're not as hardworking, or they're not as good of a coach as you. But
mhm.
because they're willing to learn how to sell and market and actually just do the work, they're going to hit your goals and accomplish your dreams, right?
So
And
true.
it's like you can either be okay with that, or you can,
So true, dude.
do it yourself, right?
So true, man. So true. It's like, and I always tell my clients too, there's people out there that need to lose weight, and they're gonna pick a coach. And so which one are they going to pick? Are they going to pick the one that's like lazy, not really showing up, not really know what they're doing when it comes to their business, their systems? Or is it going to be the coach that's showing up, actually implementing? Because there may be coaches that listen to this and unfortunately do absolutely nothing. But like Riley and I, we're talking to the coaches that are action takers that listen to this, and they're like, instead of getting discouraged, because there might be some coaches like, 22K, like, that's BS. Like, how did he do it? No, it's like, okay, if Riley could do it, I can do it. Like, we're talking to those coaches that use this as inspiration, and it is possible. You can be that next coach. So 100%, Riley, dude, appreciate you so much. Thank you, man. And it's just amazing to see your growth, bro. Like, honestly, because I remember starting earlier in the year when, first of all, you had a different haircut. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But dude, you're just like growing as a man. Seriously. It's like your own mental, physical health, but also you're in your own place, and your income is growing, you're changing lives, already at 22 clients. I know that's only going to grow more. So, dude, I mean it. Super proud of you. Keep up the great work, and we'll go from there, okay?
All right. Thank you, Coach Dan.
All right, Riley. And hey, I'll send you a message right after this, just appreciation. So just stay on the lookout for that. And for everybody else, thank you so much. You can reach out to my Instagram too if you just want some actionable tips, anything you need, value. My IG is DannyCabs4, DannyCabs4. And Riley, by the way, where can they find you? Where can the audience find you? Share the IG.
You can find me Riley J. Watkins, RileyJWatkins, Riley J. Watkins on Instagram, everywhere else as well. So
Awesome. Love it. And hey, for coaches that need some content inspiration or some niche avatar inspiration, like we really got that dialed in for Riley. Like his niche is dialed in, content is ripping. He really speaks to like the pain points, all that stuff. That's what I always say. It's like coaches are just posting generic stuff. Like there's a reason why Riley's hitting 22K a month. It's because his messaging, his content, sales process, lead generation, all on point. So go find him. All right. You can follow me as well. That'd be cool. And we'll go from there. But Riley, appreciate you so much, brother. Have a blessed day, and I will talk to you soon. Okay.
all right, I'll see you, Coach Dan.
All right. See ya. Bye-bye.
See ya.